now.
The beat is
and I'll tell you about the day. I listen to world is yours. And I'm like, this ain't talking like this. So whoever you think is the best, they not making the world is yours. They're not making If I Rule the World. They're not making Juicy. They're not making Warner. They're not making Sky's the Limit. They're not doing it. They're not making Can't Act the Hustle. They're not making The Evil. They're not making Pop. They're not making it. I'm a rapper. I'm not making it.
These biting my style, I hope they got dental plans. So get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Get that pure dope. Get that pure dope. Go get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Then you get that pure dope.
It's me. Handsome. Back with another episode of Verse for Verse. Got my brothers in the building, James Rich, Big U. We're here. And I guess today, let me move over. Get this camera right away. Bam. Okay, I guess today, we're gonna try something new. This is Verse for Verse. So even though sometimes we've battled in the sense of figuring out who had our favorite verse on a song when it was more than one person rapping, we did what's the last joint we did when Melly Scuggs and them was here?
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs, you know what I'm saying? We've done J. Cole and Benny the Butcher.
Jay-Z, Eminem.
Yeah.
We did a few.
But these guys are actually rappers as well. And I said you guys could bring in your favorite verse with bars. This is what we're doing today. I know people like the bars, so we're gonna do our favorite bar-heavy verse from James Rich.
This is not bar heavy.
And
maybe.
And then Seth is gonna see if his bar-heavy verse is better than James Rich bar-heavy verse. You know what I mean? I told him we would flip a coin. James Rich said he wanted to go first. That's how he was feeling. First off, I guess, we usually do talk. So you said you didn't know it was bars. I definitely
No,
said,
I didn't know it was a battle. That's what I said.
Okay, but it is bar heavy.
It got bars. So.
Yeah, so that's
good
all that
rappers.
matters. So get your best bar heavy. What is a bar to you?
I have no idea. I feel like someone else should start. Because I really don't know. Like, that's why even trying to come up with this song was hard, because I was like, I guess a bar is like a witty line. Mm-hmm. Like a line that, I think the simple way to look at it is like metaphors, similes, things like that. It's like this. I think that's
Fred
the
the
simplest.
Godson had mad bars. Rest in peace.
Yeah, like,
Fred the God.
My chain is bright like a light, like on the simple sense, things like that, or like this, like that, and those comparisons. But I think also I would add in like just wittiness.
Yeah.
Fabulous
like,
has a lot of
like
bars.
That. Yeah.
I agree totally.
Okay, so who you got for us today? Because we're doing this like a Pokemon battle, who are you choosing? And then what move are they choosing,
I guess I'm choosing Killer Cam.
Oh,
nice.
Killer Cam.
Yeah.
And I guess his move is wordplay. That's what I would say.
Okay.
I would say wordplay. I feel like he's one of the smoothest. I think in the song I'm using,
he's doing.
Yeah, that's why I said similar.
That's hilarious.
And I think another thing that adds to why this verse is dope is because I think he changed the game again. I think over the time in rap, there's been many artists. It hasn't been that many artists that kind of change the sound and things like that. And I feel like he did that at this time. So I think he's one of those guys.
Okay, and what verse are we using here?
Killer Cam.
Oh,
wow. And also, I wanted to do this too because we did Cam once before, and I just felt like this is a different Cam.
Facts.
Than 357.
I agree.
And he was great then, and I feel like he was even better at this time. Is our generation when I was in high school, like he really had the world on smash at this point, and there was controversy around it. I think that's what happens when something's new. It reminds me of like Young Thug.
Right.
Like when he first came out, it was all this controversy. Like, this is trash. What is this? Mm-hmm. And the same thing was around Cam, and I never understood it because I'm like, if you listen to what he's saying, it's kind of
It's kind of
You know,
crazy.
obviously, we're not doing Get 'em Girls, but, you know, people always talked about him saying,
Yeah.
I get computers
puting.
I get the boosters.
It's funny you said that because I actually wanted to look at that, but then when I looked at this, I said, I'm gonna just, cause this is my favorite song from Kim.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm gonna just go with my favorite song. I wanted to do that too, because I think that verse is fire.
Yeah.
That verse is so crazy.
And yeah, I'm assuming you're going with verse 1.
Yeah, it was 1 or 2, but I'm gonna go with
That's
one.
what I'm saying,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go with one.
I
I'm
figured that.
gonna go with one. I did want to say, I was talking about this in the text, like as I was going through it, I was going through a lot of rappers who I think now maybe are more lyrical than bar heavy, because I feel like lyrical artists, it's wordplay, but it's like clever ways of saying certain things. And I feel like, and it's also, I think, using sounds and like alliteration and those type of things as well. So it's like, I don't know, lyrical and bars, I think, are synonymous in a way, but I don't know.
So I'll say to that, I believe, like, because when you say it, they're obviously lyrical. I think of the rhyming word smirical.
Right.
You know, lyrical, miracle, smirical. Scoopity doopity. You know what I'm saying?
Like
I
the
think
complexity.
I think of Nas, right? I don't think he's super bar heavy. I think he does have bars.
That was my second option.
You know what I mean? I don't think he's like super bar heavy, but he has bars. Like he says things that I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he's lyrical.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm
and that's
saying?
why I went with this one. My other option I'll say after was a Nas verse. But yeah, I was like, he's more lyrical maybe than bar heavy. I don't know.
Just off, just to ask you a quick question, Seth, who are some of your bar heavy favorite artists, if you had to name a few, or 1 or 2 or 3? I know who you're going with today, but
So don't say that person.
Nah, don't say that person.
Okay, so like I be trying to give flowers and give love to back.
Real
when it
quick,
came
Black
against a lot
Thought,
of-
lyrical, not bar heavy.
Lyrical, smirical. I think he's lyrical.
so?
I think he
You
got
don't
bars.
think
I think he has bars
Yeah,
too.
lyrical niggas gotta
that's what
have
I'm
bars
saying.
because you
Nah,
nice with
but
the word.
I think that you can have lyrical miracle niggas that are not bar heavy. Like
You can,
they have
you can,
bars
you
in
can.
their hair and
Right.
there, but I think
You think
Nah, he
he's
got
bar
bars.
heavy?
He has bars.
Okay.
I think
He
once-
he
Bar
has
heavy.
bars. I
if you
think to
point him in
me,
a direction,
I think to me his strength though is his lyrical ability. In my opinion, I feel like that's his strength.
My
fair.
bad, didn't mean to cut you
That's
off. It
fair.
just came
Nah,
to
that's
my
cool.
mind real quick.
That's cool, but like I think people like Redman, like Cool G Rap,
Okay.
like Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Big
Cool G
Daddy
Rap's
Kane,
like the godfather
for
to
sure.
me.
When y'all did the verse, I wasn't here for it. When I'm listening to it, I'm like, it's bad balls in this joint. The hair thing, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Those is real
yeah,
balls.
yeah.
Those is balls. You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's a lot, yeah, man. It's a lot of like so, and then on the lyrical side, you got I think that Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
is,
I've never heard a bar from Busta Rhymes in my
I'm
life.
saying I think he has them
In
here
my
and
life.
again, but the
I
way
don't-
he delivers, like
Yeah.
the lyrical people,
Yeah.
the delivery, they flow some shit in a way.
So you saying Busta Rhymes has no
bars? Yeah,
I've
you going
nev-
on record? He's
I'm
about
gon-
to
get the camera on me. Get the camera on me.
record. I
love Busta.
I
love
Bus,
Busta.
man.
You know what I'm
I think
saying?
But he has
I am
no
a
bars.
fan.
You're
I think he
saying
has
he
some
has no
bars.
bars.
but
I ain't
think he does.
animated like say a Busta
Rhymes.
Rhymes. Shout out to Hove. But I've never heard a bar from Busta that had me like, oh. I just heard him go, I talk low and then I turn it up. You know what I'm saying? Or rap really
He didn't
fast.
even say no words.
You know what I'm saying?
Dibba-dibba-dibba.
So
That's crazy.
Bus,
it's not me.
shout out to you, but
It ain't me,
let
bro.
me know one of your bars
This
that you
guy.
dropped. You know what I'm saying? So I could
guy.
Bus
do.
got no bars. That's crazy.
And if y'all believe he has bars, drop them in the comments.
do
Tell me a
not
Busta
agree.
bar that y'all
You don't
know.
agree?
I do not agree with that.
But all right, so we're gonna get this verse for verse verses started. You heard? On you, James Rich.
All right. So my boy, killer gum, killer gum, gum, killer gum, killer gum, killer gum, gum, killer Nah, but my man said, with the goons I spar, stay in tune with my She like, damn, this the realest since Kumbaya. Boomaye, Killer Cam, my lord, still the man with the pan, Skrilla fam on board. Now bitches, they wanna new to me. Niggas, they wanna tutor me. Though hooligan and hula hands, maneuvers nothing new to me, doggy. I'm from the land of grind. Pan, gram or dime, not toes or MC. When I say hammer time, beef, I hammer mine when I get my hands on nines. Hold on, are we supposed to be stopping this?
Yeah, let's
He
talk
gave
about it.
no rules and no guidelines.
Yeah, we playing, we doing what we there's no rules. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know.
So he's like going to do his whole verse.
This is what I'm saying. I mean,
Right.
I don't
This
give
is
him
a-
like
this
a
is-
little bit of mine, and he.
I get it, I gotta sell it.
there you go. You know where I
Okay.
was going with it. It's
Okay.
like the people are gonna watch and say, was James Rich verse more bar heavy than Seth's verse?
Gotcha.
And maybe they don't get the bars, so maybe you need to
Right.
let them understand why this is hard. Why those first 8 bars you just spit is tough.
He was going on.
Well, first of all, for me, I just like
Cam was going on.
it's not even the first. It's like the first line when he says, "With the goons I spar." To me, that's first of all, with the goons I spar, stay in tune with my. She like, damn, Mr. Willison's Kumbaya, Boomaye, Killer Cam. First, I'm gonna start right there. So he starts with the goons I spar. So he, if you know what spar is, he's boxing, he's practicing. You know what I mean? With the goons, he's with the goons, right?
Right.
But at the same time, he's a smooth dude like myself. He stays in tune with ma. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, damn, Mr. Willison's Kumbaya. Boomaye. Now, if you know Ali Boomaye, he's bringing in the back to the sparring, the boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel
I
like
think that Boomaye meant like kill a nigga or something.
that too.
And the shit is killer.
Ali,
This is what I'm
Boomaye,
saying.
Ali,
You know what I'm saying?
Boomaye.
That,
I mean, like,
I was
kill
I
from
was
some
looking
shit,
at the
kill 'em.
Genius joint, and it said, they also saying Kumbaya is a great sing-along song.
Yeah,
And then
Boomaye means kill him.
Yeah.
he said
Lingala.
Boomaye means
Killer
kill
Cam
him,
song,
Yeah.
yeah,
right?
it's-
So his name is Killer
crazy.
Ali
Yes, that's what I'm
Boomaye.
Yeah.
The sparring,
On your side.
he's ODing right
Yeah.
now. So that's that's 2 bars. That's a bar.
Yeah.
That's 1 bar.
He went crazy.
Now, I mean, this is what he did in the first 4 lines. You know what I'm saying? So then he's like, but listen, still the man with the pan. Skrilla fam on board. Now bitches, they want to new to me. Niggas, they want to tutor me. The hooligan and hula hands maneuvers nothing new to me, doggy. I'm from the land of grind. Pan, grandma dime, not toes or MC when I say hammer time. Now my thing is, that is just swag to me. The hammer time line is clearly the punch, right? And you can say, that's a simple ass line. And I think it is. But it was just
landed it, though.
It
How
landed
he
so
landed it. Yeah,
not
yeah.
toes or MC when I say
I love
hammer
that
time.
bar. Because personally, me, I remember when I hadn't seen the movie at this time. So I didn't know what he meant by not toes until I seen the movie.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
then I was like, oh, nah, that's fire. I
That's
just used
crazy.
to know the words, but I didn't know what he meant. But, you know, Eddie Murphy was saying she got hammer time.
Yeah.
Hammer time on
time.
the feet.
Right.
So I was like, oh, no, that's fire.
That's
fire.
OD.
And we've never heard it. Who else you heard talking hammer time?
In that.
But,
Exactly.
but that's what I'm saying. I think because to talk about hammer toes is like funny and stupid. But this is also what Cam also is able to do. He's able to kind of talk like he's regularly talking.
Yes.
And he's
Harlem.
funny as
He's
you
from
see
Harlem.
him right now on what's it called? There it is. What's
Yep.
it?
It is what it is.
It is what it is, right? He got that gift of gab, and he's funny, and he's able to kind of just talk and make things
Harlem
realistic.
nigga with no bread? Who said that?
A Harlem nigga with no bread. That was
Was Lux saying at the clip?
the light skinned dude that be screaming. Wasn't it him? What's his name? The Great.
Lux?
He battled Lux.
Who said that?
Hollow.
Oh, he said
Hollow
that.
said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hollow said
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hollow.
Yeah.
Right. So
Hollow the dinning and all.
not toes or MC when I say hammer time. Then he goes, beef, I hammer mine. When I get my hands on nines, if I had on Bama line, corduroys, camel shine. I'm going to stop right there just because I want you to see that this is bars, but it's kind of lyrical because of the way the wordplay. He's kept this theme, so he ends with hammer time. Now he talks about how he hammers the beef. You know what I'm saying? When he gets his hands on nines.
Pause.
Hammers is another word for guns. So go ahead.
So even I didn't know, like I never read these lyrics. I thought I knew these lyrics word for word, but beef
why I
I
love
hammer
doing this
mine.
shit.
I thought it was beef I handle.
Oh,
mine.
that's what I thought he said too. And either
Right.
way,
But hammer mine.
It's because they got the
Yes.
tenderizer. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Beef,
I'm
he
with you.
hammers his.
And he just was saying, you know, hammer time. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you're saying, Killer Cam, Killer Cam.
And even if he's saying handle mine,
It's still fire.
hard.
But
I definitely thought he was saying
if he's
handle
saying
mine
hammer
too.
time, it's just another bar.
Right.
Just
Right.
another bar. We talking bar heavy. It's
Right.
becoming more bar heavy as
Because
it
if
keeps
he
going.
I hammer mine when I get my hands on nines. If I had on Bama line, corduroys, camel shine. He said, Canary burgundy. I call it lemon red. Yellow diamonds in my ear. Call them lemon heads. Lemon head end up dead. Ice like Winnipeg. Gemstone, Flintstones. You can say I'm friends with Fred. You want happy scrappy? I got Pataki at me. Bitches say I'm tacky daddy. Range look like Laffy Taffy.
Crazy.
That is, I get goosebumps every time I hear that.
Ooh, boy.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, I don't even know I don't know what Canary Burgundy, I call it lemon red. I think he made this up. But, because Canary diamonds are a type of diamond. He's saying it's red.
He's saying Canary burgundy. He's saying this is the color.
I've never seen that in my life. So maybe, and even if it's not real, that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
His ice is so legendary. It's so rare. And it sounds fire to call it, I call it lemon red.
Yeah.
That's OD. Because the lemon red goes with yellow diamonds in my ear. Call them lemon heads.
I used to love
I
lemon heads.
love lemon heads. And that's another one of those hammer time lines.
Yeah.
It's mad simple.
Yellow diamonds in my
I've
ear.
never heard it.
Call it lemon
And
heads.
it would look like a lemon head was in your ears if you had big yellow diamonds.
Or like, you know, just to speak on myself, you know, I had owned a lot of uptowns and I gave them all names. You know what I mean? From the colors. I had the gold,
Wordplay.
gold dust, coffee stains because they had brown, but it was like off brown. So he's not even that they look like lemon heads, but that's what he called them, the yellow ones.
Right.
Give me the lemon heads. You know what I mean? Give me those.
These
'cause
big
they
yellow, because lemon heads are large yellow candies.
Facts.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
Rocks, they're hard. Like rocks, pause.
I got Pataki.
Now I was getting there because we
Yeah.
still we
Oh yeah, my
just
bad. I
skipped
skipped
mad
mad stuff.
bars.
I just
I know
see
it's
stuff.
so many in such
Yeah,
a short
yeah.
period of time.
What is this verse? Like 87 bars?
That's what I'm saying.
What's going on
Because
here? Call
each-
time on this nigga.
And that's the crazy thing.
time
The
on this
verse
nigga.
is not even long. That's what makes it really, really
Sounds
crazy.
long.
He packed so much into this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So obviously now he's calling you a lemon head. You're a big,
Lemon head.
foolish, stupid person.
Lemon head.
You're gonna end up dead. His ice is like Winnipeg. All I know about Winnipeg, didn't they have like X Games out there once? Anyway, there's a lot of snow out there.
Got a hockey team or some shit.
Hockey team, something like that's what it is. Hockey. I remember the yes NHL '99. I know I used to play that game. So ice like Winnipeg, Gemstone, Flintstones, because he's talking about stones and stuff. You could say I'm friends with Fred. All the Flintstones had around them was stones, big rocks,
yeah.
big rocks like lemon heads, right? So boom. So now Gemstone, Flintstones, you can say I'm friends with Fred. You want happy scrappy? That's what the wordplay he's been doing it, but now he gets his slick talking. You want happy scrappy? You mad? That's what he's trying to say. You mad? I got Pataki at me. The government's after me. I'm not like y'all. I'm really outside. I got Pataki at me. Bitches say I'm tacky daddy because my range look like Laffy Taffy. And I love that line because this is bringing reality into the raps. People. Like he's gaudy,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's colorful with the big furs. You know, everybody saw the pink fur picture,
Facts.
lemon head. So he brought reality into the bars. Reigns look, and it's another bar. Reigns looks like Laffy Taffy because it's colorful, like the candy. And there it goes.
I mean,
I think it's a pretty good verse.
nah, I think this is. I mean, like I think easily in my era, this verse is like it's in top 50 verses.
Really, I don't think people see it that way though.
I'm just saying.
matter.
I
easily in my era.
agree, but
You know
I
what
just
I'm
wonder.
saying?
I don't know. Yeah,
It's like, and you know, like I'm glad that you brought the verse.
That was crazy.
You feel me? I didn't know what verse you were bringing, and I'm glad we got to talk about this on
Right.
verse for verse because, like I said, legendary verses. I want to bring them up here
Right.
so we can discuss them. And I'll never forget. Like I said, I thought I knew all the words. Maybe we do know the words, and these words are wrong, but these are good words.
Right.
That's all I can
Right.
say.
facts.
Seth, what do you have to say about this verse? You know,
I think this verse is fire. I think Cam is one of the best. I think he's a bar heavy lyricist, like what we saying, bar heavy versus
Right. Yeah, he's probably the opposite. Yeah,
He's,
you're right. I agree.
Yeah, like, he has the flow, but
Gotcha.
inside that flow, he gonna lace a whole bunch
Right.
of boom, he hitting you, boom, boom, if you listening to it. But I think a lot of time people get caught up with that flow,
Right.
And then you get the memes and you know, ooby dooby, Scooby Ruby, but like he's not saying nothing when he actually most
Saying
always is saying a whole bunch of shit. Yeah,
Right. So,
Cam, peace to Cam, man.
do you think that your verse is gonna be more bar heavy than this verse? 'Cause
Yes.
you have to, you know, now you have the option right now to say, damn, I see what he did. You have different choices that you can pick right now to go in. You're sticking with your original verse, and you think you're gonna get Cam out of here?
I gotta give this guy his flowers, and I think that the shit that he spit to get everybody out of here.
I just want to add, he did say Cam said he's from the land of grind.
Yes.
Pan, gram or dime.
Yeah.
He's wilding.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
He is.
All right.
That he is.
All right, so listen, everybody. That was James Rich,
Yes.
verse for verse, bar heavy verse. You know what I'm saying? He went with Killer Cam by Cameron Killer from the
Cameron
Purple
Giles.
Haze album. Now we got Big U, who's gonna tell us what verse he's going up to battle Killer Cam's verse with, saying that it's more bar heavy and he's trying to catch a body right now. Big U, talk to him. Who do you got? What song do you got?
So there was an era, you know, I'm a little older than y'all, and there was an era where a crew called the Boot Camp Clique, they kind of reigned supreme in this era. Between Black Moon coming out with Buckshot, kind of entering them into the space, and then Smith & Wesson coming out with The Shining, which is one of the most legendary probably albums that has been released hip-hop wise. And then to this group, who I'm going to feature one of the artists, Helter Skelter, who used to always get mentioned on all of the other albums as like, these are, they mentioned themselves like a basketball team, and they said that Helter Skelter, Ruck and Rock with a power forward in the center. So you know
Holding down
that
the
they
block.
doing damage in the paint. Exactly. And
Rock
so,
and Boss.
yeah, they both, Ruck
That
and
was
Rock.
my guy.
Rock is OD.
Yeah.
So Ruck and Rock, but a lot of people slept on Ruck. I think because Rock was so, again, when you get to people who are bar heavy and have the flow, like
Gotcha.
his performance, he had a Busta Rhymes type of shit about him, but he was
Busta didn't
spitting
have
still.
bars.
Well, according to you, Bus.
The difference between
You know what
Rock
I'm saying?
and Bus is that Rock and Bus just saying. That's crazy.
That's crazy. But the other half of Helter Skelter, Ruck, is, so he had album called Barbarian, which is because you asked James Rich was Cam's superpower. He ain't asked me none of that stuff. Right? So I feel like I'm being set up, but it's okay. So I feel like Ruck's superpower is you talking about bar heavy.
Yeah,
He is a barbarian. Like he get the punching and then he get the flow, like the flow. So I'm doing his first verse from a song off of the Nocturnal album from Helter Skelter called The Wiggy, which is something that people don't probably know the song or whatever.
You know, you told me you was going with something else originally. You remember?
Did I?
Yeah.
Nah.
You was going with Sean P.
Oh, I thought about that.
Okay.
Nah, but this was, because I think that I was thinking a verse was I'm old. So I think I swapped them in my head. But this is the verse that I wanted to go with. And so it starts off, they got some weird, like, demon sounding niggas saying, we don't give a what. And in the background, we don't give a wiggy what. So they telling you from the jump that they don't really give a fuck about, you know, what you talking about, what you doing. So Ruck comes in. A nigga run shit like track meets. When blacks meet in the back streets, my gat greets niggas that don't recognize my rap sheet. The facts be, the Ruck reigns like the weather. Plus Rock make cops throw Glocks down like Heather. B. Niggas better be ahead of me, trying to flow steadily. Ain't even on my pedigree. That's my word, bitch ass niggas is herbs. Cause half of the time, half of their rhymes are absurd. I serve justice, must this be the answer? For my gun to click, terminal like cancer. And the answer, Ruck and Rock for 1,000. Now how the fuck did you come up with that style? Sing songs with six packs, that's when I smoke 7. Sacks of cess make Ruck bust caps at the reverend. So chill, chicken, for I choose to chastise, bruise, batter, and baptize bitches and bums with blood from black eyes when I slap guys.
Wow.
So I think he just kind of came in. There was no smoothness, no witty coolness. There's wittiness in there, but it's all with the purpose of, I think, delivering an impact that he's delivering from the jump. So he starts out, like I said, when he runs shit like track meets, which is a lot of running. It's a lot of niggas running in the track meet. And then when blacks meet in the back streets, they probably not, doing nothing that's on the up and up. They probably handling some side business and some, they doing something that's probably on the other side of the law. And he's trying to say in those types of operations, he's top dog at that. And his gat greets.
I love this part.
Yeah, niggas that don't recognize
My
that rap sheet.
That's wild.
So, if his reputation is not preceding him and niggas think that they go sideways or do something,
he's gonna say hello
he got
with
a
his
little something to say what's up
because what he's saying is, if him and these other blacks meet in the back streets and they actually recognize his rap sheets, then
he's
no problem.
Right,
yeah,
we good.
Because they know what
they already know what they dealing with. If they owe him money, they're going to give it up, whatever the case might be. But if they don't recognize who he is, his gap must greet them.
Right.
Because
the facts be.
Ruck reigns like the weather. And they go, your entendres there. Rain and rains.
And rain.
Yeah, rain supreme.
Control.
And then if you don't get enough with Ruck make cops throw Glocks down, like Heather B had a song called Glocks Down. Yeah. So, niggas better be ahead of him. They trying to flow steadily, but they ain't even on his pedigree. And then he gets a little disrespectful, bitch.
That's his word.
Niggas. Yep. And the reason why niggas is herbs, and that's an old word too. I don't even know if people know what a herb is. It's like a corny, like a weak corny nigga. Because, and I think this is
going out to Cam, because half the time, half of their words is absurd. Got you. Oh, he's violating you right now, Rich.
What he said? What did he say? What he said? Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity, Scooty Pooty, something like that.
He's
when
from
niggas
Atlanta
niggas is rhyming like that, that shit is absurd. And just the whole verse is just punch after punch to me, after punch after punch.
I serve justice.
Yeah. Must this be the answer for my gun to click terminal like cancer? And the answer, Ruck and Rock for 1,000. Now, how the fuck did you come up with that style, Cam?
It's one of the best.
Yeah. But I just think that he just, sing songs with 6-packs, we drinking. That's when he smokes 7, we smoking. Sack success. Make Ruck bust caps he's shooting at the reverend.
That's kind of wild.
Guy.
He don't care about what's going on.
He must not be a religious man.
Chastise, bruise, batter, and baptize bitches and bums with blood from black eyes when I slap guys.
He did a B thing.
Crazy.
He did a B thing. I like that.
Crazy.
I like that.
I like how you put those words together. A little Scooby Dooby, but
baptize bitches, bums, blood, black eyes. Yeah, when I slap guys.
I like that.
Send that guy to Rock Nest Monster. Stomp you. Split him in half, divide and conquer. I want you to test the irrational inflictor. Rock pounds the ground while Ruck shakes the Richter.
All right. Send that. Stomp you, split them in half, divide and conquer. I want you to test the irrational inflictor.
Rock pounds the ground while Ruck shakes the
Yeah,
Richter.
see, he definitely has the lyrical ability going on there. He has the lyrical schmiracle when he talks about and he's the irrational inflictor. He's using these I words. He's using the B words.
I don't even think inflictor is a word.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think that goes back to like the canary red. When you saying some fly shit,
facts,
you could weave some words in there that might not necessarily, if you're trying to get your point across. And I think it does the job. You understand what he's talking about when he says that.
So, Rich, how you feeling about that verse?
I think it's a dope verse. I think the wordplay is crazy. And they're next level rapping. That's next level rapping.
I didn't get to ask you. What? I mean, maybe you would have been able to tell me what was your favorite bar in the Cam verse, the Killer Cam.
the whole Ice like Winnipeg, Gemstone, that whole part. So I think it's Lemonhead, End of Day, Ice like Winnipeg, Gemstone, Flintstones. You could say I'm friends with Fred. You want Happy Scrappy? I got Pataki at me. Bitches say I'm tacky, daddy. Lorraine's look like Laffy Taffy.
All right, so now, what is your favorite verse in this joint right here, Seth?
My favorite part is when
favorite verse.
How he comes in, that little run that a nigga run shit like track meets. When blacks meet in the back street, my gat greets. Niggas that don't recognize my rap sheet, the facts be. The Ruck rain like the weather, plus Rock make cops throw Glocks down like Heather. That shit right there, that's my shit right there.
All right, so look, if I had to sum this up, right, because this is
the hooligan and hula hands.
Yeah,
Maneuvering's nothing new to him, doggy.
Right.
I'm just saying. I feel like Cam is giving you the best of both worlds in that verse. He's giving you all the bars you need, all the fly talk you need, all the flow you need. He's giving you everything.
I agree with that, but I also think that Ruck is saying, I hear all that funny talking you doing over there, nigga, in your funny looking car with your stupid fur
but
coat.
Nothing's funny if you listening. He's from the land of grind.
I'm just saying.
Gram or dime. It sounds
saying.
a lot to me like Ruck and them are just writing a nice little gangster Disney story.
So what you're saying is they're not really living what they saying.
It doesn't feel. I can't visualize a lot of it. Some of it, I like at the beginning part. Blacks meet backstreet. Gat Greet, Rap Street. I love that.
Sound like they know how to put together a nice.
Together a lot, and it makes sense because they're rappers, right? Cam is one of those special people, special artists who their life he knows how to write his life out for you to see it. So when you hear that verse that he spit, he's really telling you like how he's giving it up at all times. And all this talk about him being funny, I don't think there's nothing funny about that verse. I don't think there's nothing. I don't think there's nothing funny about Cam. You know what I mean? Telling you like, you know what I'm saying, like not Toes or MC when he says hammer time, because Beef he hammers his when he gets his hands on nines. Like also I like to add, he's speaking with certainness. I don't gotta be all aggressive with this. This is just what it is. Like y'all niggas know me.
He's speaking with a certain absurdity.
Just saying.
He's because half of the time, half of his rhymes are absurd.
So as I'm listening, right, because
he got Pataki at him. You know what I'm saying? He's really outside. He's really out. He's really the feds is on him. The government. He's not doing back alley fights.
Ruck bust caps at the Reverend.
Man, that's just one. That's ridiculous. That doesn't even make any sense. Why would you shoot a Reverend? Why would you do that?
Reverend is a person. Maybe he did some shit that he deserved to get shot at. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know what Reverend was. Maybe
it sounds like he's unhappy, Scrappy.
Might have been Creflo Dollar.
Ruck is unhappy, Scrappy. He's one of those angry people just mad at the world. Probably because he's probably not getting no money. He's not from the land of grind. Pan, grandma dime. He's probably not giving it up like that. So he's outside. He definitely
wasn't getting a lot of money.
Nah,
but
he was angry.
He wasn't concerned.
And I get it. And I respect that. Some people live in that way. Not me, not Cam. You know, that's not me. That's not my type. That's not my type of, vibe.
Yeah, like as I listen to it, right?
Yellow diamonds in his ear, they call them lemon heads.
I think about the full picture, right? The full picture. So there obviously, I think there is two ways to look at this because you have Cam, he's from Harlem. Where is Ruck and Rock from?
Brooklyn.
Okay. You see what I'm saying? Like I feel that.
What I'm saying?
I feel that in the lyrics. You feel me? Like I can feel that. It's like as a nigga who's from Brooklyn, I think his verse might have been coming out of a Harlem nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Possibly. It wouldn't be Cam though.
But look, it could have been. This is what it is. Because remember, like Mace, Cam, all these niggas, they was rhyming the same way when they didn't have it that they rhyming when they got it. So right. I think that a lot of the words, that coming at niggas, pause, is for the niggas that's rhyming like they got it that ain't got it. When these niggas was just rhyming about what they got at the time, whatever's going on at the time. So that verse might have been where his life ended up at, but he was rhyming like it was there already from when he first started. I think that's kind of, you know.
All right. So I mean, I'm gonna let the people will judge. They will say which verse they think is better. I mean, you know, this is a difficult one for me because, you know, that Killer Cam verse is, like I said, that's top 50
That's an epic rap verse.
Right. It's like,
It's epic.
you know what I mean? It's kind of hard.
But is it not full of bars?
No, this is what I'm
This is
what
very
I'm
much
getting
so.
at. It's the fact that it is a top 50 verse for me in my era of my time, you know, the year that I've grown from, that I was born to now, top 50 verse, and it has all of these bars in it. So it's kind of like, this is why, you know, when we talk about the Pokemon battle, right? You got to know what you're going against sometimes, right? It's like, damn, he's using a classic verse too.
He's also has a lot of these hooks, body shots, uppercuts. You know what I'm saying? These are lines that just stick out. People are going to remember them forever. You know what I'm saying? If you've heard this verse, a lot of these bars, people, you know, like you said, they have a place in the culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Lemonhead bar. I mean, you could say I'm friends with Fred. Like, a lot of these songs, these lines are heavy hitter bars.
I agree, but I think that in Ruck's verse on a song that probably a lot of niggas never even heard it.
Right.
If they were to go be like, what the fuck is that? And listen to
Right,
listen to
right,
it.
right.
Because I couldn't even do it, but I'm sure that it makes it interesting enough because the bars are crazy.
Right.
To listen to it and see where it's coming from, and when he delivers it,
Right.
fucking.
So I think, and also what I think is dope is that, you know, both of y'all chose kind of, because as cool as Cam's verse was, you know what I mean? This is, I don't know what year this is, but it's older at this point for me. You know what I mean? This is old. So when we talking about some of their rhymes, you know what I mean? These are things that now I think if people would say like similar stuff to like what Cam's saying, it might be looked at as corny.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you say a color and make your own color, it might not be like, because he already did it.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, to be
Maybe.
honest, the thing is with Cam, to me, in this verse, I said in the beginning of the episode, he changed everything at that time. We're coming from a time where the bar heavy era, where you had the Cassies, the Lloyd Banks, you had that whole era, the rapidy rap guys. And then he comes from obviously before that, Nas, J, Big, he did that then. And then he said, you know what, I'm gonna give it the heat makers, give you these soul samples, and I'm gonna do this slower flow, but still give you the bars. So I feel like he was able to take what was Fabulous, I left him out when I'm Fabulous, Jada Kids, all of those guys, the bar heavy gods. And he was able to take a sound and make a whole new sound. So I think the only thing people would say is corny, I think, is the delivery. I think the bars are still the bars. I think people are not even. It's hard to even say that people think it's corny because nowadays who's rapping? Who's nice?
Niggas
Who's
always
nice?
gonna have something to say about something, but I think if you see over time, even now on It Is What It Is, he got times where he releases footage where he's
That's
just
what I was gonna say.
freestyling before the show.
I was gonna
and
say
it's the
that.
same slow flow.
I mean, the freestyle he did, I don't know if you see the one on Funk Flex, when they put a beat on it. Did you see that?
Nah.
They put a beat on that freestyle he did with Funk Flex. It's OD.
So he did it a cappella.
He did it a cappella. Niggas put a beat behind it. It was crazy.
Nah, but he's Cam. That's
I was like, what?
Never get it twisted. He's Cam.
But yeah, I mean, that type of statement is like, you got to tell me who's nice now. I mean, for somebody to say, oh, that's corny, I got to hear something now. And there's like 3 people are saying nice. Benny the Butcher, and who else?
They said J. Cole's the best rapper.
Yeah, but he don't got, I'm not getting into that. He's like,
J. Cole don't got bars?
J. Cole shade.
No, he got bars. He has bars.
That's actually.
Don't do it.
He's more, to me, he's more lyrical than bars, in my opinion.
So,
what do you think?
I think he started off as a lyrical nigga with bars.
Right.
But he understands where the rap game is going, so he's trying.
Turn into a puncher.
Right. That's his. Because I'm gonna be honest, nobody got more bars than Lil Wayne.
That was the next person I was looking at. I had a Cam verse, Nas verse, and a Wayne verse.
I didn't like, and you know, it still amazes me to this day when they talk about him freestyling and doing all of these things. I'm like, how did he come up with, like, he knows how to stay on topic with the bars and all of that.
Right.
next battle, I swear I'm gonna battle one of you guys or somebody else, and I'm coming with a Lil Wayne verse.
No,
for
Wayne
sure.
got every record is damn near bar heavy.
He's right now featuring on niggas' songs, bodying these niggas.
Volley.
And my
bodying
thing,
everybody.
and it's not even a knock to Cole, because I feel like once again we went a long time without having these type of bar heavy artists. So I feel like it's like it was dry. It's like he ain't had no comp. Who's the comp to make you as nice to drop something? Killer Cam dropped Purple Haze after taking over the Rock, Hov, say Private. It's a different time. All of those guys, Freeway, Bean, you talking about bars? Like, you imagine having to go against Jadakiss, The Lox, like DMX. This is,
and you had to back then.
yeah, like this
had
is
to.
different. No knock to Cole. It's just different.
There's nobody that he's around regularly that's saying, nigga, I'm better than
I will kill you. What are you
I'm
talking
nice,
about?
Nigga.
You want to
ain't
do
the
this?
Best nigga here.
I mean, you know who else has bars, right?
Who was that?
Drake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck out of here.
Yeah. He does have bars,
Get
I
the
think.
fuck out. Nah,
He clearly has bars because he said
Drake is really bar heavy.
he's
nigga.
very bar heavy because he comes from
Oh,
that
no,
era.
you said he probably has bars.
Nah, 'cause
Nah,
he comes
Whose
from that
bars
era.
are they?
He comes from that era, though. He comes from that era.
Whose bars are they?
That's true. I mean, you don't know.
Whose bars are they?
Clip that one, Steve. Clip
You
that.
don't know. But Drake is definitely bar heavy, though. Drake is definitely bar heavy, but
Nah,
like you said, we
man,
don't know if he wrote on.
I've had conversations with people. I mean, think about this to take it a step further. He's the king of the captions.
No, he has
know what I'm
bars.
saying?
He has
Like-
mad
No, he
bars,
does.
but we don't know if he wrote them.
Son.
That's the only problem.
He's like a stand-up comic. He has a bunch of writers. He's testing his jokes out around the place, and then he gets on the track and says.
It's like
everybody's
it's like if we use the Kanye verse. I mean, we might as well just use what's my man with the legendary album No Dope on Sundays.
Yeah,
Saha,
Saha,
Saha the Prince.
Saha,
You might as well just use a Saha verse.
Saha has mad
That's,
bars.
of
He's
course.
another bar
So is
heavy
Kanye
mind.
because Saha.
Bar. See, Ye don't got bars like that.
Trust me, I had some verses.
No.
I had some verses.
No. He comes.
He says a lot of
with
shit, and every once in a while
He
he
comes-
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
some
he's
shit.
not gonna.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
because
saying.
he's trying to go deeper.
Like,
But
Facts, pause.
but when he give you a bar,
Oh no,
it's
it'd be some of the best
OD.
bars.
Yeah.
It'd be some of the best songs I ever heard when he gives us them. Yeah, that's a fact.
He said, what he said? He said, money grow on trees to me. He said, money grow on
shit is-
trees to me. I make it rain, they're gonna have to clean for weeks. I'm like, yo, this nigga Kanye is crazy.
Nah, that's a
I'm
different
like,
type of
he's
bar.
different. Like
That's a
the shit he says be like,
So-
what?
So I think, that's the other part, right? Because, and this is why I think Wayne is probably one of the best when it comes to bars. As famous as he is, rich as he might be, even though Baby took all his money and
Right.
stuff like that, he's still witty enough to come up with bars, right? So obviously you could be witty and create bars like I think Fab does it
Yeah,
well,
but they
too.
gotta be relatable and heavy.
And it gotta feel like it's realistic. You
Right,
know
that's
what
what I meant by heavy. Yep.
So it's like, when we talk about a Jay-Z bar, when he says, foot out this bitch, ride the shit like a skateboard, and then
Crazy.
creates a video where they take the Maybach apart and there's no doors. It's just like, it's hard to compete with bars like that unless you are witty enough to say something, and Wayne is one of them guys.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where he's gonna come up with something that you've never heard.
Right.
And like, how did you think of that bar?
No,
And everybody can relate to
I
it.
feel like he's a rapping prodigy.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I think that he's autistic or some shit. There's some niggas that got, for real, like as ability in rap, regardless of, because there were times where he's looked not well to me. But if you put a microphone in front of him, pause, then give him like,
No, it's a fact.
he's going to, you're like, okay, this is Dwayne. Like,
And I want to add this when I'm thinking about
Look
Cam, I'm
kinda
thinking about Jadakiss, because you mentioned like making people feel it and things like that. I think the other part of having bars with these guys is they are their own, they're them. Like, and I always go back to the cipher, because to me, that's where bars reign supreme, is in the battle, in the cipher, because you could be going off, but what do people remember? What's the thing you said that people gonna remember? And that's where the bar matters. And when I think of Cam and people like Jada and Fab, they're gonna say things that like, oh, I'm gonna remember you by this. by this line. You know, on Gemstone, Flintstone, you could say I'm friends with Fred. Yeah. You know what I mean? When you say things like that, like the Cassidys and even the Jin, those type of people, and they're talking about themselves. That's what make it, to me, even better. When you just like, sometimes my problem with Wayne is it sounds like he's just saying clever things. And it's like, that's cool.
And that's where, you know, it becomes I can't even say it waters it down, but like the No Ceilings Wayne, I was never into him.
Me either. Everybody loves that.
I was never into No Ceilings mixtape Weezy.
That's going on niggas' tracks.
Facts.
Going crazy.
Facts.
Is talking specifically about
he's going crazy.
What he's doing and how he's rapping. And
that's a fact.
Like somebody to redirect him. Maybe he ain't.
I mean, cause and like I said, what Rich is saying is similar to like, you know, like when we talk about me,
saying
how
things
I love
specific to you that almost nobody else can actually say it. Like you can't even say this because it's me.
Right, you know what I mean? So I get it because that's the type of bars that I'm into.
Right.
You know, I'm a Pusha T fan. He says things and I'm like, and you know, just to bring that up, Pusha said how, you know, the times that he gets Jay-Z on these songs, it's because he feels like he said everything and only Jay-Z can say something that he can't say. So he'll ask Hov to get on those tracks because, you know what I mean? So that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Face like a geisha. that was the verse I was looking at.
Turn 1 into 2, watch the brick kissing makeup.
Nah, he's another one.
That was an option.
We could have used
that was an option.
Push verse. Yeah.
That was an option.
Listen, man. So I mean, listen. The more we talk about this, the more I feel Cam might have drained Ruck's powers with his classic, realistic personality bars. Like I feel like
but see, I hear what you saying.
I'm just saying it's just like when we're talking about the powers, you know what I'm saying? When this Pokemon is battling that, I think
in the building. I like that.
He said when they go home and watch this on camera.
I mean, there is a level of bias, obviously, too, because you know Cam is the bigger artist,
son.
So you know Cam.
I mean,
Cam
that's how
is what it is.
That doesn't matter.
When I say Ruck,
I'm just saying.
When I say Ruck, niggas don't even know probably what I'm talking about.
Right.
But
Yeah, I don't even know what it looks like. I know what rap looks like.
Listen and maybe listen to any time that nigga touched the microphone, it was different when he started to spit, it was different, bro.
I will say
every time.
To me, Cam's bars in that record are hard. Unless you're back to back in it like him, I think it'll be hard to beat that verse for a lot of people. Unless you're the type of artist that's coming with the bars.
And that's what I'm saying, like, I'm going to tell you, like, you know, if I was battling you, right? You know what I'm saying? And I seen you went with him, I would go with
Cassidy.
Yeah. You already reading my mind.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would have prepared a Cassidy, I would have prepared a Graph, probably. Right. I'd have prepared somebody else. You know what I mean? I don't know who, but somebody that can, you know, when people see it,
those
things. You know what I'm saying? So I think this goes into the battle, and you know we did this on Sip and Play. You feel me?
Right.
You got to know
the
what
styles.
You got to know what we going against, because somebody might have better songs. We talked about this a lot. Like if Jay-Z and Nas had a versus, right? People off top say Jay-Z's gonna smoke Nas. Like that's just off top. It's like it's Jay.
Most people might think that.
But if we go in 20 songs, Nas has 20 great songs.
Jay-Z's gonna smoke Nas.
That's what I'm saying.
But it depends on what song is against what song.
This is
you know why though? Because it gets into them and themselves, and so Jay-Z and Nas are gonna have to stand across from each other and sell whatever it is.
Well,
it's not like you're gonna just have a DJ play songs like Sip and Play.
No, I agree.
It's going to be Jay-Z standing there.
I get that, but
Nas standing
but I don't think he's not talking about in that sense.
So what about on Sip and Play?
Anything goes. It depends on who's presenting the artist. I haven't seen it before.
But
I think that's what he's saying. Though,
what if it was Jay-Z and Nas just playing their songs against each other?
Then it's the same thing, because it's going to get
not on stage though. Like you play a song, I play a song.
It's still, unless niggas can't talk at all. Look at Jay. Look at the story. Like Jay is different, son. He's a whole different animal.
But that's what I'm saying. I think, but Nas has those classic records that Jay has.
They both have classic records.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
once you get them, so
what if Jay plays something like?
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now, because this is what I was thinking about. I'm thinking about ooh, Ooh, he dropped that right now. He could drop Can't Knock the Hustle. But let's say it doesn't go like that. Let's say he drops that with another Jay song, a great Jay song, but it's not that with Lauryn Hill on the hook. You know what I mean? That's when you could lose that round, technically. So I get what you're saying. Overall,
You're saying if it's because what I'm asking if the songs, 20 songs line up.
That's what I'm saying, but it's
are
not
all
just
20
that.
songs gonna be better than his 20 songs?
It's not just that, and that was why I predicted that Jadakiss, what he did to Fab, I predicted it.
Right.
Because soon as we seen, when we, like, the Jadakiss personality is a whole thing that you're battling on top of the songs. And Jay is that. My nigga, they got the interviews, it's mad viral Jay-Z interviews where the shit where he's talking about when he performed at the DMX, the nigga was barking, everybody was crying. Like, Nas is a cool, reserved, cool-ass dude. Jay is a nigga that understands what this whole thing is, and he knows how to put the whole thing together.
I'll say this, what I said to EB, though. I'll say this. I think there's a world where Nas's personality helps him, though, because it's almost like, nigga, you doing too much. I'm really the God MC. Like, people look at Nas that way. Like, they look at him, although they look at Jay as different in the sense of his success and his money, they look at Nas like Nas is not competing. Nas is in another world where he's just cooler. He's not caught up in the shit that everybody else is caught up in. He dresses better. All that type of stuff. So I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. But I think Nas has done a beautiful job of making himself something else. Like, I don't think anybody compares Jay and Nas besides the fact that they're considered the two best. Outside of them just being at the top of the hill, I don't think no one compares them. Like, oh, look at Nas versus him. It's like, Nas is Nas. He's just this, like, fairy godfather type guy.
Though.
Who's the best MC, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas?
I don't think nobody compares Jay and anybody because niggas realize.
No, but they do.
No, let's be clear. Do.
I'm about to say, Seth, I'm with you.
Not really.
I'm with you.
That's what niggas say stuff. And
they do it. They do it, but they do it because of rapping. That's what I'm saying. Nas shit is a little more outside. The same way Jay-Z get the nod because of business. Nas gets the nod because his demeanor is like, it's not of the average rapper. When you think of a rapper, you think of a nigga like Jay-Z. That's it. Jay-Z's the prototypical, I got money, nigga, I got more money than you, I'm jiggy, nigga. That's the prototypical rapper, bro.
That nigga just be hanging out with he got a family.
That's now, but I'm saying, like,
back in the day, my nigga Nas was fucking
he was Nas
Escobar.
Yes, but they didn't but you know they didn't only see Nas that way as the nigga with mad bread. You know that.
That's because niggas is
Jay-Z, I mean, listen, you guys.
And of course, Jay-Z's not only that, because
I was gonna say you would know better than me.
Following Nas forever.
But
man.
when they say Jay came out with Hawaiian shirts, you know what I'm saying? He was Hawaiian Sophie fame, kept my name. You know what I'm saying? When Nas came out, it was like straight from the gutter. Like, I'm here, hood nigga, just rapping to you. Jay-Z he was always around the big drug dealers and always had money. That's what it always was like with Jay. You know what I mean? Whether people say he didn't sell the drugs or not, he was with the biggest drug dealers, so he always could stunt. It was like, before he was a rapper, he had these cars.
One of Nas's biggest rap songs is "If I Ruled the World," where he's given like this, like it's a conscious record. Like he and that's what people have always. That's why they make fun of him. Just because a nigga say big words don't mean that he right.
Jay been teaching.
Listen, we know that, but that's not what people see Jay-Z as. I agree with you. The knock has always been and Jay makes fun of it. Why he keep talking about crack? That's how people see him. Of course we know that. Yeah. If you dig a little deeper, we know. But that's what I'm just saying. When you mention stand next to each other, a lot of people look at Nas differently. They look at him like, I know I can. They look at one mic. We all made fun of this stuff. The 33 G. You know what I mean? They look at him a little different because of what he be talking about, how he be talking. That's all. And I'm saying that could be a thing for him too. Like, bro, you doing all that, and I'm just
and I mean, and that's why I'm trying to figure out a way where we take away the people, right? Like, let's say we are doing the verses, right? He's Nas on Sip and Play, and I'm Jay. But Jay is telling me what songs to play. And Nas is telling him what songs to play.
So if you're just talking about 20 songs, niggas material, I don't think that in a 20 song.
It's so hard to even pick this 20 song.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's the problem with the sip and play, the verses and all of that, because it's not just the material that's being played, it's the people presenting.
Right.
Nigga,
I disagree though. Go ahead.
No, that matters. I get you.
Remember, you beat. I don't remember. I think it was. What's the song? You had Fabulous. That song was trash. It depends on who. Niggas don't want me to win.
It depends on it depends on who's there listening.
It depends on who's listening.
No, it's subjective.
So I'm saying, so
that's what I'm
saying. But all you're saying
is,
in some world,
that's what I'm saying.
But subjectively, there's a chance that people can see it a different way.
I think that subjectively, Nas has a chance of winning in a 20-song battle with Jay. And you know I'm a Jay-Z fan.
He don't even like Nas.
I like Nas. Don't do that.
Nah, I'm a Nas fan. I'm a Hov fan. But I'm saying in that type of interaction, whether people are subjective, yes, but when you start adding the masses and masses of people,
right?
The more people you're adding, he's gonna win.
You think so?
The same way that Jada won.
I hear that differently. Though. I'm be honest with you, and I want to know what y'all think when I say it this way. Because I feel like when
this nigga had Khalid, Jay-Z got Beyonce.
But no, there's people that hate Jay-Z.
This is what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting at.
Just choose Nas because
that's what I'm getting at.
It's not enough of them. Because if it was, then Nas would be Jay-Z and Jay-Z would be Nas.
But that's the key. I don't think Nas wants to be Jay-Z.
And he doesn't have.
He does the same thing.
Because he is him.
Exactly. He does the same thing.
He doesn't have the discography as Jay-Z.
No.
He doesn't have the business that
I'm not talking
about. He does. My nigga, he's a super mogul.
One second, can I say something? I was gonna say, bro. Let me be clear what I mean when I say he is Jay-Z.
Super investor, super mogul.
Let me be clear what I say when I mean when I say he is Jay-Z. Meaning, when you start because what you're gonna say, people are gonna say is like, well, Jay-Z has done this.
Nas has too. Yes,
but the image that he has projected over his career, now of course Jay-Z has changed and grown, but overall the image that he's projected, they're totally different. So there's people that when you get into comparison, Jay-Z can't really stun on him because they're not that different. That's what I mean by they're the same.
He can say is he signed Nas.
And Nas can say,
chess, bro.
Hold on.
For the nigga.
And the same way Jay can say, I'm Jay and I've been hustling since. And Nas can say, true, I never cared about being you though. And I'm still me. I'm still, nobody argues that that Jay is way better than Nas. Because there's people that you really, it sounds weird to say. It just sounds weird. Even if you may know for whatever reason you think Jay-Z's better, it just sounds weird to be like, Jay-Z's way better than Nas. And that in itself is why I think Nas has a lot of wins because he don't even have to compete. It's like he's the God MC. He kind of started a lot of the swag. So it's like, nigga, I'm me and you came after me. So like, what are you talking about, bro?
Jay-Z signed him. You don't win there?
And this is another episode of Verse for Verse. This is the first James Rich versus Big U versus battle. We had Killer Cameron versus Helter Skelter Ruck, the Wiggy. And you let us know who had the better bar-heavy verse. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We will be back next week. Shout out to Big U, James Rich. We out of here. It's me.
And the Jay-Z Nas battle is next.
I mean,
These biting my style, I hope they got dental plans. So get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Get that pure dope. Get that pure dope. Go get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. You get that pure dope.